Hey weird. Weirdos. Weird weekend. Hey weirdos, it's Victor and it's midnight again, and you know what that means. It's a midnight talk, a chat. A midnight talk chat. I'm in my pajamas and in my luga. These are luga. Today is another LGBTQ plus topic because lately I've been thinking, what if famous couples in TV series and famous couples in movies were gay instead of straight? Would it change the story somehow? Would it change the meaning of the story? Would it be better? Would it make the movie or the TV series better? Would like the couple be more interesting and have a more exciting story? And I've been thinking so much about this that I made my own list. Top 10 famous movie couples that would be better off as gay. A gay couple. Yeah. So this is just for fun and it's for like experimenting. Kind of. If you have like a famous movie couple that you would have wanted to see as a gay couple, please share it down below in the comment section. I would love to read it. Let's start with some summer loving in this cold winter night. At number 10 on my list is Sandy and Danny in Grease. How cool wouldn't it be to see like Grease about two gay guys? Like, it would really be tell me more, and it's a really big secret. Like the whole musical would have changed, of course, kind of, if like two guys secretly met in a summer vacation and fell in love and then they started the same school. I think that would have been an incredible story. You know, the handsome, popular Danny falls in love with the nice guy, like the nice, geeky, nerdy guy who's good at school and never does anything wrong. They would fall in love and it would really be a big secret at school and stuff like that. I think it would be really interesting to see, and it would also kind of evolve Danny's character when he's being like too cool for school against Sandy and stuff. It would be more believable, I think. Also, like in You're the One That I Want, how cool wouldn't it be to see like two really handsome guys in leather jackets sing to each other You're the One That I Want with the most awesome hairdo ever. Yeah, that's cool. At number 9 we have another musical reference, but now we're in Les Mis. Yes, my next couple is not actually a couple in Les Mis, but it's Marius and Eponine. Yeah, and they're not a couple because Marius is in love with Cosette. I don't know what to say. Anyways, he's in love with her, but Eponine is really in love with Marius. But Marius has never been in love with her, but she's like his best friend and they're super close, but he just doesn't see her that way. And that's why I think it would have been awesome if Eponine was a boy. It would have been so believable and beautiful because Eponine, if she was a guy, yeah, she would have been gay and he would have been in love with Marius. But Marius, who is straight, wouldn't be in love with him. And that would also be a good reason why Marius isn't in love with Eponine. Because come on, Eponine was a beautiful girl and was so nice and kind and helped him with everything. How could he not fall in love with her? But if he was straight and Eponine was a guy, then it would have made sense. Because he would only look at him as his good buddy. And then it would be really sad at the ending if Eponine sacrificed himself for Marius. And he knew that Marius would never love him, but at least he died in Marius's arms. And oh my god, that would be totally, really really sad. Yeah, I was just talking about not wanting sad endings for the LGBT, and here I am creating this horrible ending. But yeah, I think it would have made Les Mis and the relationship between Eponine and Marius really interesting and exciting. Number 8 at my list is Beauty and the Beast. Where to start with this one? In Beauty and the Beast, it's hard for a beast to make someone fall in love with him. The big problem in this movie, if it is two guys, isn't that it is in fact two guys. It is the fact that one is a beast and they have to break a spell and stuff to fall in love. So let me try to explain this one more time. Beauty and the Beast. Both guys, one is a beast and one is a human, and they have to fall in love and break the spell, and it's not really, it's hard to fall in love with a beast. At least it looks like that. Well, not really, it doesn't really look that hard though. Disney doesn't make it that hard. But you know what I mean. It would have been a really awesome story, plus Gaston as like this big hunky-dunky bear trying to get the twink bellow from the jock that is the beast. Or is the beast a bear and Gaston the jock? Yeah, that would be right, wouldn't it? Number 7 on my list is Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Yes, I finally want to see a superhero that's gay. Are there any gay superheroes? Like they say Deadpool is bisexual or pansexual or anything, but I haven't really seen anything of it. Maybe because I'm not really good at comics and superheroes. Plus, I really want to see Mary Jane as a hunky guy. With that flaming red hair and one of the handsome guys and popular guys at school, because Mary Jane is one of the popular girls at school, and he would be a really handsome guy who also wants to be an actor because Mary Jane wants to be an actor. And I think Spider-Man, who is like the nerd, now we're almost back to the Grease thing, but you know, obviously it's kind of a pattern here, like the little nerdy geek at school falls in love with the cool jock at school. That is Peter Parker and Mary Jane, or what would his name be? Mark Jack? Well, that's a horrible name. Anyways, can't you see it? Can't you guys see it? See Mark Jack with the fiery red hair, really jockey, and falls in love with the cute Peter Parker, who's actually Spider-Man, and then suddenly the cute little nerd saves the big jock's life because he's now a superhero, and I think that would have been a cute story. Oh, I'm making a fool out of myself. Number 6 on my list may not be a couple either, but it is a freaking hot gang of girls. Mean Girls would have been awesome to turn into mean boys and make them all gay. And yes, this one has already been made, and it's been made by the awesome Todrick Hall and his video Mean Boys. If you haven't seen it, go check it out because it's awesome. I love Mean Girls and I love the concept, I love the movie, and I think it would have been hilarious to see a whole movie with these mean gay boys instead. The gay community is really special and interesting and exciting and cool. So to bring that whole mess into the Mean Girls mess, it would have been crazy! Hollywood, if you ever make that movie, count me in. I'll be one of those, you know. And at number 5 on my list, we have Sam and Frodo. What? Come Come on, they're the cutest couple ever. They have the cutest, most romantic journey through Middle-earth. No, maybe not, but they have the cutest story. Sam and Frodo has more erotic scenes than Arwen and Aragorn does. I want to see the romantic relationship between Sam and Frodo, because they care about each other so much, and you can see it all through the movie. They really care about each other, and it's such a beautiful romantic moments, and just the way they look at each other. Come on, they don't look at anyone that way. So obviously they are in love, and the only thing that really stops them from being together is that Frodo has to leave at the end of the movies. At number 4, we have Phantom of the Opera and Christine. Yes, it's another musical, but it's such a good musical. Love the songs and love the story, and I love the Phantom, and I love Christine and Phantom's relationship. He fell in love with her and fell in love with her voice and wants to be with her, but he can't show himself because he's hiding behind his masks and hiding in the opera. And this would be even cooler, I think, if Christine was Christian. Phantom of the Opera and Christian. It would have been so cool if the Phantom was teaching Christian to sing, and they would have like this 2 male lead singers. Imagine like the song Phantom of the Opera with 2 men. Wow, that would be raw. So I would have wanted to see that. And also it would have been even more forbidden that the Phantom is in love with Christian. The top 3 are up, and let's start with number 3 on my list. And number 3 on my list is Ariel and Eric in The Little Mermaid. Now, this is only for selfish reasons. I've always loved The Little Mermaid. I love that Disney movie, and I've always felt kind of similar to Ariel. I've always felt a connection to Ariel and felt similar to her. Like her curiosity and like sparks for life and wanting to see new stuff and a new world and all of that stuff. Yeah, I felt like that. And that is why I really would have wanted to see Ariel as the guy. Often it's hard enough that 2 boys fall in love. But if one of the guys is a merman and the other one is a human, that's the biggest problem, not the fact that they are both guys. And that is what I've wanted to see in this movie. And I think Ariel would have made a really cute guy, a cute twink that would fit Prince Eric perfectly. Plus, Prince Eric is my favorite Disney prince, and he's the most handsome one, and he's the one I would have wanted if I was gonna have one of the Disney princes. At number 2, we've got Romeo and Juliet. Of course, they had to come, they had to be there. I thought they would end up at my number 1, but they didn't. No, Romeo and Juliet are my number 2, and I think they would have made an awesome LGBT stories with 2 guys. What is it? Romeo and Julio? The fact that their 2 families are already hating each other and it's forbidden for any of their families to mix up or fall in love or anything just makes it so exciting and kinda hot that like 2 guys from the feuding families fall in love and just ends all this, well, it doesn't end all this hatred. Here it comes again, the sad, sad ending. But it's an epic one. And of course I wanted to see an epic story like this with 2 guys. I think it would have made an awesome movie. And finally, we have reached number 1. And number 1 is Jack and Rose from Titanic. Just like many of the other movies, there are forbidden love in this movie already. Rose, who's from a really, really wealthy family, and Jack, who's from nothing and doesn't have anything and nothing to offer except for love and compassion and understanding. One thing we know is that Titanic is set to be around 1912 because that's when the ship went out. And of course, that's many, many years ago, so wouldn't have been really accepted to be gay around that time. So that would also be an exciting factor in this movie, I think. The man Rose is from a wealthy family and he is engaged with a woman from another wealthy family, but he boards the Titanic and has no idea that he's gonna meet another man on this boat named Jack that he falls in love with. And that starts when Jack is convincing Rose not to jump off the boat and kill himself. So Jack saves Rose from killing himself and they start hanging out at the boat and they start falling for each other and fall in love. But as we all know, the Titanic is not a happy story and it doesn't end happy. But come on. You have to like admit that these would have been awesome stories with a gay couple. Romeo and Juliet and Jack and Rose. It would have been awesome to see them as a gay couple in these stories. So these were the top 10 famous couples from movies that I wanted to see as gay couples. I just figured out that I didn't add any female to female relationships in this video. No lesbian couples. I'm so sorry, that didn't even... Wow. Good going, Victor. Anyways, if you want me to make maybe like a top 10 famous couples in movies as lesbian couples, maybe I could do that. Now don't forget to tell me down below what kind of famous couples you want to see as gay couples or lesbian couples. So I'm prepared to see a lot of couples under here now. Show me the couples, okay? I want to see your thoughts. So yeah, I hope you liked this little midnight chat. It was fun. I think it was fun. It was different. It was a top 10 list. But give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't subscribed to me, please do, and we'll talk more. I'd love to talk to you more. And don't forget to stay weird and be yourself, okay? Bye!